Welcome to Between the Lines. Today we'll be talking to coaches and players from the field hockey team about their current season.
We also have Andy Washewski with Player of the Week, Monica Glom with our infamous halftime segment, Chris Heller with the weekend update, and Mike and I take on Date, Ditch, or Marry. We have a lot of great things coming up, so stay tuned. Between the Lines is next. Hey everyone, I'm Melissa Kelly. Today I'm here with Coach Betty Wessner and Emily Labowitz of the KU Golden Bear women's field hockey team. Thank you guys for both being here today.
You're more than welcome.
You've been here a bunch of times, haven't you?
A lot of times, yes.
This is your 33rd season.
It is.
Which is a very long time. Is that the most out of every other coach here?
I believe it is, yes. I'm the dinosaur of the group. Yes.
What makes you keep coming back? You must love it here.
Well, I do. Kutztown really has been my second home. My children went here. I think probably the success of the team and also the young women that I work with. And I still feel I make a difference, and I'm a great role model, so it's all worked out, really.
I know.
And I'm getting paid for something that I just love, so
exactly.
It's wonderful.
And I know a lot of people respect you around here. You've been here for so long. You've had so many players. Now, what years did you start in?
1980 was my first season here.
Wow, so I'm sure there's been a lot of rule changes since then. How do you adapt to that?
You just have to sort of keep up with the times, and I think the greatest thing about being a coach, especially on this level, is people like Emily, they sort of keep us young. I mean, I just ended up getting a smartphone, and that's been a real change. So you just have to keep with the times, and I think that makes a big difference in the outcome of working with these young women.
And also, you said your daughter just had a baby?
She did.
So congratulations. I just want to say that out there. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you. We finally have a little boy in our Greer family. So it's
great.
Nice.
So everyone here between the lines, we all say congratulations to you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And Emily, you're currently a senior here.
Yeah.
And your time's winding down. How many games do you guys have left?
3. We have one on Saturday, which is a home game. Then we have an away game at Bloomsburg on Wednesday. Then another home game on Saturday.
Is it bittersweet for you yet? Are you excited to get out of here?
Not yet. No, I'm not ready to go yet. I can't believe how fast these 4 years went, and it is really bittersweet because, you know, it's so nice in the off season to like take time and focus on school and not really work out like 100% like all the time. But it's gonna be hard to like have a new schedule and fit in working out and like not working out for field hockey for myself now. So it'll be different.
So what do you plan on doing when you leave here?
Well, I'm a sports management major and I have a minor in PR, which I just picked up. I'm looking to work for a professional team, not sure where, but I'm willing to to travel really, to go international, whatever it may be.
Great, well good luck with that. Now Coach, you want to tell us how this season's going so far?
Well, it's been up and down. It's been disappointing. Only disappointing because I feel that our win-loss record could be and should be a little better than what it is. But we've had some great moments. We've had you know, some not so great moments, and you know, there's really more to life than winning. So there we are.
Yeah. And in your 4 seasons, what's the most memorable moment for you?
It was probably my sophomore year. I was on the sideline, but it was exciting. We beat Bloomsburg for the first time in how many years? I'm not even sure how many. It was a long time, and Bloomsburg has always been winning national championship, so it was a big deal.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, Bloomsburg, I always hear about them because they were always really great in the past couple of years. So that's really exciting for you to defeat them. Now, you said to me behind the scenes that there are 6 seniors here and they're leaving. How hard is that for you?
Oh dear, it's. I am really not looking forward to our last game, which has been designated as our senior game, so that'll be tough.
Oh, right.
Actually, if anybody has any drugs they'd like to give me so I get through that night, that might be nice. Just kidding, really.
Are you going to shed a few tears?
I will. I'm sure that I will.
So that's your senior night?
Along with them and families as well.
When is that again, the senior night, just so everyone knows they can come out to that?
It is The
The 20th.
Yeah, the
October
Saturday,
20th.
October 20th.
Okay, so we have to make sure everyone comes out.
It's an early game, though. It's 11 o'clock game, I think.
Yeah.
So it's an
Okay,
early
good.
game. And that's against Westchester, who is right now nationally ranked. So it'll be a good game.
So speaking of games, you guys actually have a very important game coming up on homecoming after the football game.
We do.
7 o'clock, right?
Correct.
Under the lights?
Under the lights.
Everybody needs to make sure they check it out because that's going to be an important game. I'm sure it's going to be one of the most exciting of your career, Under the Lights, senior year, homecoming. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So everyone needs to check that out. And I want to thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Everyone, make sure you check out the game on Saturday at 7. Come out after the football game, and we'll be right back after this.
Kick it. Here we go again.
I'm Betty Wessner, head field hockey coach of the women's team.
And I'm Emily Labowitz.
I'm Betty Wessner, head women's field hockey coach.
Good. And I'm Emily Labowitz, a senior member.
I'm glad you guys said go. Be sure to watch us live this Saturday versus LIU Post right after the football game, Under the Lights. I'm still laughing.
At 7 p.m. right here on KUTV.
Oh, that's funny.
We've been practicing all day, so my question is, how do you play? Is it halftime yet? Is it halftime yet? Is it halftime yet? Is it halftime yet? When you
Believe it or not, we are behind the scenes, limited access on the off season with the Kutztown University softball team. And right now, behind me, as you can see, they're holding a clinic for prospective athletes looking at Kutztown. Let's take a look. Do you have what it takes to be a Kutztown University softball collegiate athlete? Let's take a look. All right, we are behind the scenes with the Kutztown softball team, and we're about to go through with LC Fitness. This is LC, short for his full name, Larry Chester. And can you tell us a little bit about your facility and how long have you been here?
I've been in business for 18 years.
Make sure you're using your legs. Sit real low and bring it. Go. Gotta be done in 1 minute.
These girls, I know that they all like coming back here, and it looks like, you know, they're going through a lot of rough things here, but they have a lot of fun. So can you tell me like how you make this fun for the girls and tough?
It's a little difficult. One of the things that we like to do is challenge them mentally and physically. So we try to come up with basic lifts that everybody does, like a power clean and a hang clean, and implement something a little bit more fun, like a tire flip, which is the same mechanics, so that they can enjoy it a little bit more and do things that other people don't do.
Now, a tire flip I saw there does not look fun to me. So how much does that actually weigh?
But there's multiple tires that you can use. The one that we have is about 200 to 250 pounds. So they won't be actually lifted completely off the ground, so they're only lifting about 150 to 175 pounds.
And how do you get behind that tire? Do you use your legs, arms, everything? Like, what do you encourage them?
Once again, anybody out there that knows anything about power cleans or hang cleans, it's very similar in the mechanics of that. So, you know, you have to get real low and use your legs and use the synergy between your upper body and lower body and make the flip successful.
Very cool. Well, what are a couple drills you do for endurance with the girls? Any?
it's weird that you asked that because our endurance for softball is a little different than other sports because we're not out there running. I mean, there's a lapse in time before a ball is coming near you. So one of the things that we do is work on a lot of power and their ability to exert that power over and over and over again. So Coach does a lot of the endurance stuff. We have what we call the loop, which I know you know of.
I know the loop.
They run the loop. And we work on a lot of power and explosiveness, more or less.
Okay, we're here with Jackie Hetzler, junior of the softball team. And if you can describe this workout, LC Fitness workouts in one word, what would it be?
It'd be intense.
Intense.
Yeah, because he works you really hard. He makes sure to push you each time we come in. He pushes you to a new level and brings you to better competition every time.
We've been practicing all day, so my question is, how do you play?
Welcome to another edition of the Weekend Update. I'm your host, Chris Heller. I will be giving you up-to-date information on Kutztown University sports team's performance over this past weekend. Joining me will be Mike Stamus and Melissa Kelly. Also joining me will be the Between the Lines crew who will be applying feedback to our top headlines. Mike and Melissa, how are you guys today?
I'm good. He got a louder cheer today.
He did. He's obviously more loved than
Somebody
you are.
shouted Mike Stamus out there. I'm kind of jealous.
Sorry.
I got fans, I'm sorry.
He does have fans. It's not fair.
Let's go to the first headline. All right, guys. Last Saturday, the women's golf team competed in the Kutztown Fall Invitational and placed third overall. Jacqueline Clifton shot at 79 and tied for the best score in the second round, and she had a total of 161 at the end of the match over the entire weekend.
Also, Lauren Smith, she finished in 5th, so she did really well also. You know golf better than I do,
The
so.
team continues their very solid play. Jackie Clifton keeps leading the pack. They just keep piling up the good scores, and really that's all you can really hope for. And they got the PSAC Championships October 19th through the 20th. So
Yeah, coming up.
we'll be looking for a strong showing.
Good
from
luck
them.
to them, definitely.
I think people need to keep an eye out for them because people don't give them enough credit. They work so hard. They do really well. So the championships, everyone needs to keep their eye out for
Golf's
them.
very hard and frustrating.
I can't play golf at all.
I
I'm
throw a
terrible.
couple
try.
clubs here
I'm
and there.
awful.
What are you gonna do?
I can't even do mini golf. It's kind of embarrassing.
All right, we're going to move on to the next headline then. The women's field hockey team played at Millersville at home this past Saturday. After a long battle in regulation, the Golden Bears lost in overtime with a final score of 4-3. Tough loss for them.
I feel bad because
So
they
do
keep
I.
having these overtime losses. They play really well. I think their downfall is they don't come out strong in the beginning because 35 minutes into the game, Millersville was already leading 3-1. Jenna Gregory had that one goal.
Yeah.
She tipped a shot from outside of the circle. But what they really need to do is come on fire because they do really well in the second half. They pick up their game. I don't know what Coach Betty Wessner says to them, but something happens and they really pick it up. But they need to do that from the very beginning in order to win these games is what I personally think.
I personally think you're being a little too harsh on the team.
I'm not being harsh, I'm being realistic.
They lost to a top 10 team, and they lost to them in overtime.
That's
So,
true. That's
I
true.
mean, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
They're a good
What are you
team.
gonna
And
do?
And they came back because they were down 3-1.
Exactly. You're over
and
here
they came
bashing
back.
them.
I'm not bashing them. I'm just
Hey,
saying what
children,
I think.
relax.
He's so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to watch them live on Saturday on
Against
KUTV,
LIU Coast.
Channel 24.
I'm guaranteeing
Lily
a
High
win,
Valley
too.
Service Electric.
I really think they're going
Guaranteeing
to
the
win.
win.
I think the crowd being there on homecoming is really going to help pick them up. Plus, they're going to have a lot of fans watching them on KUTV. So I predict a win.
Well, we wish them the best of luck, just like all of our other Kutztown sports teams. Up next, the women's soccer team put Westchester's winning streak to a halt. The game ended in overtime with a tie. The final score was 0-0.
I'll take a tie.
You don't see that very often. First, a game that goes into overtime
Yeah.
and also ends in 0-0.
Well, you know what? I'm really proud of them because Westchester was on a 10-game winning streak. So that tie says a lot about the team. They really came out on fire. 10-game winning streak, they ended it.
And their goaltender, I hope I don't pronounce her name wrong, and I apologize if I do, Alina Rakiewicz. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong.
Yeah, I
she
don't know
had
if that's
14.
right.
She had 14
That's
saves.
pretty
though.
impressive.
But she had 14 saves.
Yeah.
More importantly, I'm sorry I mispronounced your name, but I had to mention you.
If she has
You did a great job.
If she's another game like the one she had, I think everyone's going to know how to pronounce her name and say her name all the time.
Yeah,
So we'll
and
get her name right eventually.
Diana Malanga had another goal.
Of course.
No, she didn't have another goal.
She didn't have
She
another
had
goal?
The closest
Oh, yes, she did. She had the
chance.
closest shot on goal.
But she just keeps improving, and she just, as a freshman, just keeps showing why.
She gets all the playing time that she deserves because she comes, she's in shape, she comes, she shoots, and what they need to do is keep shooting because a 0-0 game against Westchester is great, but keep shooting, it's going to go in. And
Right.
she keeps shooting, and that's why she has so many goals this season.
Definitely.
On the net.
All right,
it
well,
is.
let's
Put it in.
Let's talk about some football. The men's football team traveled to Cheney this past Saturday and returned home with a win. The final score was 56-7.
That's good. It's good to see them back on track after all the injuries kind of plagued their beginning of the year. That mixed with the tough schedule. These are the score. This is what we should be expecting. You lose the 3 games they lost to 3 ranked opponents. I mean, there's a quality opponent. Westchester's only loss came to Delaware, which is a FCS powerhouse in Division I. So, I mean, you're gonna.
Yeah, and we had Brett Fox had his career best of 115 receiving yards.
Good.
Zach Snyder also had a touchdown. And Curtis Wortham also had a touchdown.
Well, you know what actually makes me really happy? Brett Fox has been playing so well. He's a sophomore because we're losing some key guys after this season. So we need people, sophomores like Brett Fox, to really step it up, and he really has.
Sam Dixon-Dugan.
Sam Dixon-Dugan.
He's always playing well.
Always good on the defense. We had Zach Greenwald with 8 tackles. Callie Smith had an interception. And freshman defensive end Nate Falco had 1 sack. So young team doing a lot of good things out there.
Guys coming in.
Hopefully they're going to bring it together and come out with a win this year. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have left on this week's edition of the Weekend Update. Stay tuned for more information on this weekend's homecoming events. Thanks for watching.
It's homecoming weekend, so make sure you check out all the athletic events going on around campus this Saturday.
The football team will be home versus Shippensburg. Kickoff is at 1 p.m.
The men and women's cross country compete in the Leopard Invitational in Easton, PA.
The field hockey team will play LIU Post at Keystone Field. Start time is at 7 p.m.
The men's tennis team will also be playing in Kutztown versus LaSalle. The matches start at 10 a.m.
The women's tennis team travels to LaSalle for their matches, which also begin at 10 a.m.
Lastly, the volleyball team plays away at Cheney. Start time is at 1 p.m. And if you aren't going to be in Kutztown Saturday, remember you can catch the football and field hockey games right here on KUTV or live on the stream.
For more information about the events taking place this weekend, please visit www.kubears.com.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of Between the Lines, and make sure to check out our Facebook page and comment with what you would like to see on our show.
Make sure to also check out our official Between the Lines Twitter page by searching at BTLKUTV and the KUTV Sports page by searching at KUTV Sports.
Catch us every Wednesday and Thursdays at 7 and Fridays at noon, and remember,
being outside the lines only gets you the scores, but here Between the Lines, we get you in the locker room.
We'll see you next week.